Hello friends, Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Jobu, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Because without you guys, well, I'd probably go crazy. Now, there's a lot of you people that are new to the Jobu Sports Report. You're probably still wondering what's the deal with Jobu, and that's a story for another time. But part of the reason why I started doing what I do is because there's so much false information that's out there. And I'm not talking about just the Eagle fans and the crap that they say. I'm talking about the experts. There's so much misinformation and so many things they get wrong that I feel like I need to write it and call BS when it's BS. For example, it used to be Tony Romo was a choker when in fact he had more game-winning drives and comebacks than anybody else, including Captain America, Captain Comeback, Roger Staubach. You know, when you hear people say that Dak Prescott's just a dink and dunk quarterback, when in reality, he was fourth in yardage per completion. Or when they say that Dak Prescott, with that offensive line, anybody could, win games. When in fact, we had the same offensive line in 2015 and Brandon Wheaton and Matt Castle could only win one game, and it took Deshaun Jackson making a boneheaded run backwards on a punt return, fumbling on the 6-yard line for us to win. So you have to call BS when you see it. Now, I was at work today, taking a break, on my smartphone, checking out the wires, looking at different articles, seeing what's out there. And I came across this article that was talking about things the Dallas Cowboys will regret. And one of the things, there were a couple of them that were just stupid, but this was got to be the dumbass article of the day. This person said the Dallas Cowboys are going to regret re-signing Morris Claiborne. What? Is there another Morris Claiborne? Because the way they talked about Morris Claiborne in this article, you would think this was prime time back in his prime. Because I'm remembering the Morris Claiborne that we had for 5 years that had 151 tackles and 4 interceptions. The guy who played 15 games his rookie year, which was his most healthy, 10 in 2013, 4 in 2014, 11 in 2015, and last year, he only played the first 7 and then screwed up in the playoffs when he came back. Not only did he get hurt in the playoffs, before he got hurt, on a 3rd down and long, had a hands to the face, giving them an automatic first down. That Morris Claiborne, we're going to regret resigning? I don't know how you can put pen to paper on that one. This is a guy that we took the number 14 pick along with our 2nd round pick, the 45th, to trade up to pick him at number 6. Because the experts out there said, can't miss player. The best defensive player in this draft. Well, I got to tell you, when the experts say can't miss, I go the other way. Because you know what? More times than not, they miss. Didn't they say that Jared Goff was the most NFL ready quarterback in the draft? Can't miss player? Yeah. Now, again, you guys that know me for a long time know I believe you never trade up and reach for a guy. Because it's not the only that you're messing with that one pick. You're messing with that 2nd pick. You're risking too much because, in honesty, I believe that almost every draft pick is a 50-50 crapshoot. I don't care where you pick them. You got about a 50-50 shot of them being something. You know what was picked with the 14th pick? Michael Brocker. The Rams picked him. You know what that guy did? 172 tackles, 14 and a half sacks, and 2 forced fumbles. So if we had stayed pat and just happened to take that guy, you don't think that that would have had an impact on our team with the lack of pass rushers that we had? Here's where it really gets interesting, too. That 45th pick, you may not even believe this one. Guess who was picked with the 45th pick? The pick that we traded to get Morris, the Glass Man, Claiborne. Alshon Jeffries. A guy the Eagles just paid a boatload of money to be. A playmaking wide receiver. A guy who has had 304 receptions for 4,549 yards. In my mind, this was one of the biggest mistakes the Dallas Cowboys have ever made. You never trade up. Trade back. Try and get some more picks. Try and maximize the draft. But when you trade up, boom. History will tell you that. Jared Goff, Rams traded up, gave away a shitload of picks. What happened? Right now, it looks like he can't play. RG Redskins, 3 number ones in a second. He's unemployed. Minnesota Vikings, Herschel Walker. Thank you for the rings there, Vikings. Because here's the thing. Let's say we didn't even draft those guys. Okay. If you were going to trade up, imagine if we had gotten Luke Ketchley. He was 9th. Dimitri Poe, 11th. Fletcher Cox, 12th. Chandler Jones, 21st. Hightower, 25th. Janoris Jenkins, 39th. Bobby Wagner, 47th. Could you imagine if our second pick we had taken Bobby Wagner? Or let's really reach and say Russell Wilson at 75. Now, maybe some of this is revisionist history because you didn't know that these guys were going to become the guys that they were. It's a crapshoot when you pick in the draft. I'm just pointing out that if it is a crapshoot, better to increase your odds. And whoever wrote this article that says that the Cowboys are going to regret letting Morris Claiborne go, I got to say, I regret that we didn't let him go sooner. I'm Mark Holmes. This is Cowboy Jobu, and I hope you guys turn into the Jobu Sports Report live stream tonight at 9 o'clock Eastern. So as always, friends, thank you guys for listening to the Jobu Sports Report, and I'm out.